This program is brought to you in association with First National Bank of Botswana.
FNB, how can we help you?
When COVID-19 hit, various sectors of the economy were desperately affected. Some, such as the tourism industry, are almost non-existent at this point. Experts have predicted that the global economy would lose a whopping $21 trillion if this virus is not contained by the end of this year. Two sectors that make part of the losses and perhaps also overlooked are the beauty and events management industries. These are such trades as makeup artistry, events decorators and coordinators, and fashion designers. During normal periods, people needed their services to attend ceremonies such as weddings, parties and other gatherings. However, because of the health protocols put in place to reduce the spread of the coronavirus, the need for these services has diminished. COVID-19 changed the landscape of doing business, making it more difficult for some more than others. In light of this, how has the pandemic affected this particular industry?
It has really affected us because, like you said, Remo personally, Thapelo, I'm in the service industry, and by virtue of that, we depend on other people for business, especially events. Particularly because I'm a makeup artist, I expect people, or I depend on people to come to me and say, I'm getting married, or I'm hosting a party, or this is happening and I would like to get dolled up. And by virtue of, the rules and regulations, COVID saying we're not supposed to, a high number of people are not supposed to be together, we're not supposed to gather, it has really affected us negatively, in the sense that now people don't find the need to go out, people don't find the need to throw parties anymore, people don't find the need to get married anymore, so it has really affected us, and unfortunately, we just have to make way with what we have. Yeah.
For us, I think we were largely affected, especially because April was taken away from us as one of the most prominent and the busiest months of the year in terms of entertainment and events. So that was a very big hit that we had to take as makeup artists. But I feel as though now there's kind of like a bit of a comeback, and there's a bit of a surge in the amount of people that are now demanding for, makeup applications. Although events are still a little bit restricted, we still were able to salvage, for whatever was left of the year, and in terms of all the events that are to happen.
Do you think that there was any way that anyone could have prepared for this crisis on the business end?
I do. So I believe in contractual agreements. I think what a lot of small businesses could have done to cushion themselves is make sure that they have some kind of contractual agreement with the clients that they obviously had missed out on during the lockdowns especially. I feel as though that could have really helped lock them in, not only as lost clientele, but as future clientele going on for the future, like moving on for the future. And then I also feel like people could have just, putting aside money for a rainy day is always a good thing to do. So savings at the end of the day are also very crucial. So I think those would be the two most important things that I would say.
That's a very tricky question, and I might get shot for it. But I think yes. From my side of things, I think in terms of, making proper investments, things like getting makeup that you're going to need for maybe a longer duration, buying things online and maybe getting things from people that that they're going to sustain your business for a longer period of time. I think also in terms of just saving, saving for the business. I think that is absolutely imperative, because I got to really see the importance of that. If I had not been smart as far as my cash flow is concerned as a business, I don't think I would have survived the first 2 months of the lockdown. So you definitely had to save. And you definitely had to be really smart as far as, your finances are concerned. this is why I'm saying it's so tricky, because they feel like I saved, but I'm still not, winning with this pandemic. But I definitely think there are certain steps that could have made, not completely eradicate the problem, but I think that certain steps that one could have taken to better the situation, prolong funds in the bank, be able to pay for certain things for a longer period of time. So yeah.
Do you have any other solutions that you've come up with to survive this pandemic?
You know what? I was actually talking to somebody about this. I think if you are in the beauty industry, you have to be adaptable, right? In terms of basically everything, from the trends, you have to do what is currently happening. You have to follow what is happening. As far as coming up with new ways to sustain your business. For instance, with me, I started online classes. I never thought that would be part of my resume, because I just felt I really loved the personal, relationships that I had with my clients, and going to them and teaching them and doing their makeup while I'm with them in the same room. I loved that personable element of things. But now, because of what is happening, I have to then be there on my laptop, teach people how to do their brows, teach people how to contour, how to highlight, how to do a perfect lip, and so forth. So I think you as a content creator, you consistently have to be adaptable and find new ways in which they can apply to your clientele.
For me, I've been on YouTube creating beauty content for about 4 years now, and although we're not at a point yet where that can help us as creatives generate income, I've been able to stay busy on my YouTube platform, creating content, videos, just to encourage people at home to, bear us in mind as makeup artists and just be aware of the beauty industry in the country.
When running a business means
Where did I put that receipt?
we can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When running a business means
Wait, what do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means
How do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
we help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with e-wallet bulk send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
Welcome back to First Issues. We're here with makeup artists Gosego, Katai and Thapelo Letsebe on how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected their businesses. What do you think is the best course of action from here?
People need to adapt to new ways of, doing things. Like I said, from my business, online is, the way to go, putting your stuff online. Because I think as a makeup artist, we have other little avenues that you can explore within the beauty industry. With you being a makeup artist does not mean you are completely stuck to that. You can be a beauty, quote-unquote influencer, in which you get to do reviews of products, in which you get to give your personal opinions as far as different products are concerned, which are in the market or which are available in the market. You can be a makeup tutor. These are little ways in which right now, I don't believe there's anyone who said I'm going to be a makeup artist in order for me to be a tutor. But because we're living in very difficult times, you have to learn new ways of, you know, making things happen for you and your business.
Moving forward, I feel like it's very important to diversify. I am a makeup artist solely and wholly, but as we all know, the beauty industry encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses nails, it encompasses hair. So I feel like moving forward, it's going to be very, very crucial for me to diversify my brand and the services that I offer moving forward.
What kind of assistance do you think you need for your particular sector, be it from government, parastatal, corporates, or even individuals?
In terms of assistance, I don't know, but I personally have always tried to run my business very independently. It's nobody's fault if it crashes and burns. It's my fault. I don't really like to look too much into assistance from like third, second parties. However, in terms of what I did speak of and creating video content on YouTube, I feel like it's something that is kind of worldwide, and as creators, we know you are able to create content and you're able to get monetized from it. So I feel like it would be nice for the government to maybe, I don't know, delve into what it would take for the YouTube platform to be monetized within the country, to allow you know, creators like myself who want to teach through those means to be able to earn an income as well. In terms of other organizations, I have seen a few that have kind of stepped up and have included other creatives, which I mean is a very good initiative. I think organizations such as FNB had their Budiragadzi kind of platform where they had creatives, they called on for creatives to come in and they were able to assist them during, you know, the trying times. And that's something that I really do applaud them for. However, on the flip side, makeup artists weren't involved. I'm not too sure why, but I do think that sometimes organizations are able to kind of forget makeup artists as part of a production, as part of, you know, the team that brings together everything in terms of TV, in terms of, you know, whatever it may be, fashion shows, and, you know, so I think that that could probably help moving forward, to have other organizations also try include a little bit more makeup artists in there, and, you know, to show, I think it's important when organizations as big as, you know, your FMBs are able to kind of recognize the industry and recognize the work that is being done.
We need support, unwavering support from corporates, from individuals. And when I say support, I do not mean you as Bonatal coming to me and saying, please come do my makeup. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying support comes in so many different sort of variables. You going on Instagram and sharing my post, that is support. You are letting your people know that there's this person that does makeup and I happen to like it. Maybe you will too. Check him out. And more cases than not, you will find that people really do warm up to, or they like what other people share. They will call, they will inquire, how do, say for instance, my online classes, how do I register? How do I become part of Yarn Faces, you know? So for me, it's not just about the money. It's not just about you coming to me and saying, I want you to come do my makeup. Support comes in sharing material online, you know, giving great reviews about my work online still. You know, letting people know that there is this person that I happen to trust as far as makeup is concerned. For me, that is support. Also, the thing that we battle with, especially with small businesses, we always encounter people who want a little less, you know, who discounts and stuff like that. I think right now, more than ever, if you are going to say, I am supporting a small business, that is for you to pay full price. If you come to me and you want my services and I give you a code or whatever the case is, then I would want you to pay full price, because right now that is my sort of only stream of income, and I sort of need the money more than you think you would know. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's absolutely imperative for people to sort of refrain from saying "ke kopa discount" or whatever the case is. I mean, as far as corporates are concerned as well, I think that's something that they can adapt, you know, because we suffer with that. And by virtue of you wanting business, you end up really reducing your prices because it's you know, there's a possibility that that person or that particular company can go to somebody else, you know. And like I said, because we are in such a difficult time, you need all the business that you can get. So eventually, it really doesn't help. You know, it really doesn't help us small businesses.